All right, we are live on 10-minute labs with the one, the only, Fredy Rodriguez. How you doing, Fredy?
Doing great, brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm incredible. So I was just talking before we went live. Those of you who don't know Fredy, he has a 5-agent team, but he also has 5 kids.
4. One is coming, so that's why I say 5 because it's.
Okay. Oh, I did. Oh, congratulations. All right, so he's got 4 kids, 1 coming, which means really you've got like 10 kids, including the agents on the team, maybe, right? Depending how you look at them.
So true, brother. So true.
All right, so Fredy's in Palm Springs, California. He's a team leader. He's an amazing agent. They'll do like 130 sides this year. We're just going to jump right in. So this is 10-minute labs, brought to you by LCA Elements, and I'm going to set a timer. Right, got my little phone right here. Right, ready?
Awesome.
Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes.
Sorry, I missed that.
Nope, didn't like that. Try it again. Siri. It's not working. I'm going to do it by hand. I'll just say, Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, setting a timer for 10 minutes. Here we go. 10-minute labs. We are on. Timer is rolling. Ready? First question, man. With everything going on in the world, what keeps you awake at night?
You know what? To me, I think what keeps me awake is mainly, how can I be a positive impact to other people? I always believe that my main goal in life is not just to accumulate all the wealth and everything, but actually, how can I be a positive impact in every single way? And I'm always looking to see who I can actually bring something positive. Too much negativity, politics, too much fear and everything. So I'm always praying, and thinking about it. How can I make someone else's life easier and bring more perspective? Instead of just thinking about the next move in business or where our meal is gonna come from, renting everything. So that really keeps me awake, because it makes me excited. It gives me purpose.
All right, so then kind of ask the hard question then, what's the answer? How do you bring more positivity? Like, you see, obviously, like, people can tell you're a positive guy already. How do you bring it? Like, what do you do?
Well, you know what? I think that you have 2 ways to see life. You know what? I mean, you could always focus on the negativity, which we could always find something negative. Every single thought that we're battling, we're always battling thoughts, negative and positive. And we have 2 choices. Either we feed the beast, the good ones or the bad ones. And I always think, if you feed the positive thoughts, your brain automatically start waking up to all the, it's kind of like a machine, right? When you focus on negativity, some people say you're going to attract more negativity. So how you create a positive impact to other people is, what is it, kind of like some people say, what you focus expands. So if you focus in bad things are going to happen to you. At least that's the way I see it. Not that we are putting the rest aside, because we always have to deal with things in life. But, at the end of the day, we all have choices.
Dude, I love it. I just put in there, what do you feed the beast? Right? What do you feed the beast? Such a good quote, man. I love it. I'm going to quote you on that. So in the world of real estate, let's focus it now, like actionable things that agents watching, brokers watching can use. In the world of real estate, what do you obsess over? Like, what do you obsess over?
I like challenges, brother. You know what? Right now, one of the coaches, very well known up there, he said, like right now, one of the biggest challenges that people are having is the lack of inventory. Well, we have I think it's like 800 million properties or houses around and everything. It's not that we have lack of inventory. What we have is lack of action. And I get excited because right now, we are in a total transition in the business. We just have to be willing to go up there and be willing to pay the price. And I always believe that, you always have to see yourself. Are you part of the 90% or are you part of the 1 or 10% of the business? It's how you see it. This misperception in everything. Challenges, is opportunities.
Dude, I love it. All right. So let's say you can flip that switch. When you say pay the price, what is it like? What was the price they should have to pay? Like, how do you go get that inventory? What do you do?
Well, you got, talking about negativity and positive, right? One of the things that I'm doing right now, we now in, expires for sale by owners. Like last week with my team, we got 3 for sale by owners. In order to get to those 3 for sale by owners, we got 3, but we were rejected probably, 60 times. And you have to focus on that. You have to focus on the numbers. Right now, you have to watch your numbers, whatever you're doing. I'm telling my team, for example, you used to work 2 times, in order to get the job done. Right now, you have to be prepared to do it 5, 6 times more. And you still will have the same results or more, but you have to know that you have to be paying the price in order to get the business going. And for those that really push it now, those are going to be the ones that are going to really control the market, in my opinion.
I love it. So what do you see as the biggest opportunity then between now and the end of the year?
Well, you know what? I believe that if you focus on getting listings, finding ways to get new listings, right? You know what I mean? Farming, right? You know what I mean? Doing social media, video, all the stuff that we're talking about. The key is, put it in order and taking action. If we
Okay.
do that, you know what? At the end of the day, people are gonna see that, hey, you are around. You're not just another agent. You're someone that is doing things a little bit different, and people like to work with someone that is well known. At least that's the way that I see it.
100%. And so when you're the success you're having, do you feel like it's little by little been built up by like just you do one thing and build on it, build on it, build on it? Or is there like one thing you did where like I did this and then everything lined up? Which one was it for you?
You know what? It's a trial and error. A lot of stuff that we do in business, what may work for you may not work for me. But the key is, if you find something that works, just keep fit it in. Fit it in. Working your sphere. If your sphere is working, like we get 80% of our business referrals. It's referrals and everything. And we use other sources as well. But the key is just being willing to do it, and just know that it's not going to be a magic pill. You drink it and everything is going to change. It's consistency and persistency.
Ooh, you have lots of good quotes, man. Is that from anywhere? I like that one. What you said, consistency and persistency.
That's one of my favorite ones, brother. I always remind myself, consistency and persistency, consistency and persistency.
I
It's kind of like
love
when Rocky Balboa style, you go down and just stand up yourself again, and you just go down. You just gotta be willing to go down. But going down is the easy part. Being willing to stand up is the hardest one. But you have to be willing to do both.
Dude, I love it. And I have no idea if I know how to spell. I just put it on the screen. Yeah, I'll spell check it later. But like that, dude, I'm gonna tattoo that on my forehead. So when I look in the mirror, I just see like consistency and persistency, right? All right. So 80% of your business comes from your sphere. Is that what you said? A referral. You said referral, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything to consciously create those referrals coming in, or do they just happen? Like, are you just Fredy and people are like, I'm gonna give them business?
Well, you know what? Obviously, even Tristan talks about, that the personal touches and everything. But you know what? One of the things that we do really well, and one of the biggest mistakes that we do as agents is, we want to prove to people that that we are worth of the referrals. One of the first things that I always tell people is my value proposition. I always tell them, anyone can help you buy it or sell the house, but at the end of the day, I'm here to earn your business. So I cannot put that in misperception on the side, because some people think that you're funding your 401k, you're making millions of dollars, which is not true. Being a real estate agent is very expensive. So what I do is I always ask referrals right up front, and by the end of the transaction, I should have 3 or 4 referrals. Otherwise, I even tell them right up front, I consider myself a failure because I didn't achieve my purpose in helping them. So that helps me a lot. Just right there.
I love it. So you are literally programming them from the beginning, but you're doing, but you're coming from service. You're coming from like, exactly. I'm going to create the most amazing experience. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So I always tell people this. So let me just add up a little bit on that one. So I always tell the people this. We went from having the product, before people used to go to offices to buy it, to get the list of properties and everything. We moved from product to customer service, which getting the job done, make sure. Now we move to customer experience, in my opinion, where people will really have to know how is that you run your business. That way, those are the best. I always see it as a franchises. People, another Jay-Z, working for you up there. Sorry.
Don't be sorry, dude. I love it. I'm just typing it up. I'm writing up.
I think I cut you off.
No, dude, you keep rolling. You got such good stuff. You're moving from customer service to customer experience. And I don't know if you come up with these or like if you got like, that's beautiful, man. I really like that. All right, so we got time for like 2 more questions, maybe 1-2 more questions. What's the biggest mistake that experienced agents are making right now?
I believe not investing back in their business. And I don't mean just money. I mean, making calls, providing value to people. If you have resources, every broker has resources and everything, maximize that. Maximize. I mean, even go to Zillow, check, for sale by owners. We pick up a couple, that from people that they were doing for sale by owners. The key is don't lower your call right now, because I believe that whoever, is able to get into the business deeply right now is going to really do really well in the next couple of years. But if you lower in the guard, I mean, don't see it as a job. See it as a career. Right now, you're operating yourself. If you do that, you're gonna do it well.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so then the flip side is, what do you think is the what advice would you give to a newer agent or a brand new agent if they were starting today? What do they do?
I would say hire a good coach, that has done it, has been there and everything, and has failed so many times that you're gonna see, you're gonna try to avoid to, at least you're gonna know how to fail, because you had to know how to win, but you have to know how to fail as well. So I would say hire a coach. Don't be cheap. You know what? Don't see this as a career, as a job, because if you see it as a job, that's why the failing rate is big, right? See it as a career. This is the only career that you can go into it and make as much money as a doctor or as an attorney or whatever, if you have the desire. And don't go just for the money. Go because you really have the passion to help other people. Once you do that, you work for free, you get paid. Then you get paid.
I love it. All right, you're the first person that made it to the lightning round. Ready? As many of these as we can get through quickly. Ready? Best book you've read in the last 6 months?
The Bible.
Ooh, love it. Favorite podcast? You got a favorite podcast?
You know what? Dave Ramsey is one of the biggest one that I always watch. I always talk. I agree with 80% of what he says.
I love it. We got time for maybe 1 or 2 more. What do you do when you're not doing real estate?
Oh, spending time with my kids, goofing around, carrying them on my shoulders, just being a kid. That's what I love about kids.
That is what's amazing about kids, right? They let you see the world through their eyes.
Yep. Innocent, 100%.
That is our time, Fredy. That is a perfect way to end this. That was so much fun, dude.
This was fun.
Dude, that was more quotable things in 10 minutes than I mean, I've done a number of these so far. That was good stuff, dude. That was really fun.
Well, it was good. It was really fun. Thank you so much.
We'll have you back. All right. So if you guys have clients in the Palm Springs area, look Fredy up. Clearly, he does a good job. Right? I even made this. I made this for him before we started. Right? Stay out of Palm Springs. Stay out of Palm Springs, man. Anyway, enjoy your night, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, brother. Thank you so much, brother.